Hi, my name is Eric Goodless, President of Eric's Design Build Associates, Inc., and welcome to Segment 4 of our Certified Green Building Project overlooking the beautiful Mystic River that-a-way in Mystic, Connecticut, the home of Anish and Kate Shaw. What a difference a week makes. Here we are in Segment 4. And you can see that as we left Segment 3, we had a few beams in place. Framing had just begun. We ran into a few days of some tough weather. Had to stop. In the last video, you saw the guys were bundled up, hats on. It was really pretty miserable. But today we have a nice day. It's about 60 degrees, little breeze. And as you can see, we've made a lot of progress. Roof lines are in. Most of the framing is done. And some of the windows are being installed and put in place today. So let's go up and take a closer look and see what the workmen are doing. Come this way. So last week, Segment 3, we saw just this beam was in place. And we're scanning it down. This beam is 42 feet long, consists of 4 24-inch microlams. We had a good time lifting that in place. And you can see right above it, we've gotten the floor trusses put in as well this week. Over here we have a section. If you'd like to know what a microlam beam is, the reason these are so strong is they're composed of 1/8-inch layers of plywood that are bonded together with very powerful adhesives. It gives the unit a lot of structural stability, so it just can't crack or check or move in any one particular direction, because all the wood grains are cross-laminated. So this beam here, you can see this is a 24-inch. It's quite a heavy piece of work. We have 4 of those in place up there. So that beam you just saw, we were looking at, that's probably a couple $1,000 plus. That's a lot of money for not that much wood. But considering the fact we're holding up 2 stories above it, we're going to need this or steel, and we'd rather work with wood in this kind of application. We'll take a look now at some of the other features that are in. Here we are on the 2nd floor, starting to take in and enjoy the view. I'm standing right over the beam that we just saw downstairs. And you can see over my head, because this is a stepped home with each floor coming in 4 feet above the one that's below it, we have another beam right over my head, and that is holding up the 3rd floor. You can also see that in this home, because of the spans, we're using floor trusses. One of the benefits of trusses is we can run air conditioning, ductwork, plumbing, and wiring through the floor joists without a lot of surgery, cutting, and hacking. Floor trusses cost a little bit more. We don't use them in all that many applications. They're very strong, a little more expensive, big spans, but another green way to build. Microlam beams, floor trusses, and special engineered waterproof deckings, all good green building practice. Let's move up to the 3rd floor and take in some of the view there today. Here we are in the master suite, and I wanted to show you some of the view that we have up here. One of the things we wanted to do, because we're under a height restriction, is try to get as much ceiling volume as we could. So we vaulted the ceiling with trusses just to get as much volume as we can and still maintain structural stability. Right over here, you see an area that's going to become the balcony from the master suite, where you can take in this is what I call a view. This is a view. There'll be a nice balcony here. I can see myself enjoying a cup of coffee in the morning, sunshine coming in from the east, or a nice glass of wine in the evening when it's nice and cool and the sun's on that side of the home. Next episode, episode 5, hopefully we'll have the balcony at least partially constructed for you to take a look at. Some specific things we'll need to do there to keep the water from entering into 2 lower levels, because we are stepped back 8 feet from the 1st floor. Let's go downstairs finally and take one look around at the windows we're putting in and talk about that. From this area here off the front deck that runs the entire length of the home, you can see some of the interesting framing and architectural details designed for Anish and Kate by architect David Rydell from New York City. And you can see this home is going to be very, very attractive in its architectural design. Scanning a little bit lower, you can see the workmen have already begun to install the triple pane, low-E argon gas-filled windows. As we mentioned before, there's so much glass, we're really concerned about energy insulation and energy conservation and the insulation value of the windows. We've used triple pane earthwise for this application, and some of them are going in today as we speak. And behind me you can see the remnants of the picture windows we originally removed from the building. We tried to give them to Habitat here for Humanity, but we were informed the windows were too big for their application. So we put an ad in the paper and we're giving them away to people to create greenhouses with or replace in their homes. Join us next week for segment 5 of our certified green building project overlooking the beautiful Mystic River, home of Kate and Anish Shah. Thanks for joining us. I'm Eric Kudlis, Eric's Design Build.